guys, welcome to the Huddle. I'm Britt Johnson. I am here with Matt Demecki. How are you, Matt?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. It is a good day to talk sports.
Let's do it.
All right, so Kyrie, I personally think, has been having a killer season so far. Matt Demecki, do you think he is a candidate for the MVP this season?
Yeah, definitely. He's a candidate this season for sure. I don't think he's the leading candidate though. I mean, there's better player. I think, me personally, I think James Harden every year is overlooked for MVP. I mean, even when Steph won those back-to-backs, if you look at James Harden, he was right there. I mean, James Harden this season, he's averaging.
Last season,
yeah, and this season he's averaging right around 30. They're probably going to finish with one of the top 2 spots in the Western Conference. So obviously, I'm going to take James Harden over Kyrie Irving right now. I know Kyrie's balling with his new team and everything like that, but I think it's going to fade away as the season goes away, though.
Do you think, speaking of James Harden, like, he now, obviously everyone knows he's been back at point guard because Chris Paul's been out. Do you think that he is going to still be the same player once he switches back to shooting guard?
I think so, but his assist numbers and I think his rebounding numbers will decrease from that.
Right.
You know, so because when he was handling the ball last year, I mean, the numbers he was putting up, I mean, he should have won MVP. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't go that far.
No, he should have, but look, I mean, the Greek freaks in that conversation, I would say Kyrie's probably third in that MVP discussion.
What would set it apart to make Kyrie maybe that #1 spot for you? What does he need to do? Because obviously we know the team has been killing it. You know, they've gone on a run. That was a really good run. And what do you think is going to take? Because really, I mean, the Celtics have proven themselves as not only a contender in the Eastern Conference, but for that #1 spot in the league. So what else does he have to do to prove it to you?
Probably win 65, 70 games this season. I mean, I think he has to go the lengths to win MVP. I think like James Harden, since he's been overlooked every single year,
it's like we have to give it to him eventually.
Yeah, he's putting up video game numbers this season. And then they have Chris Paul now as well. So I think they might finish with a better record than the Celtics. If that happens, I think it's a wrap. And the Greek freak too. I mean, he's putting up crazy numbers.
Yeah, Giannis is killing it. Like, he definitely, I think, is my #1 pick right now for MVP. But I mean, we can't overlook Kyrie either. I think he is killing it. He's shown that, like, this season I think has been, you know, the time where he can step out of LeBron's shadow, which he wanted to do. And he's really, every game, he like proves himself that he's like, I'm good. I'm not just good because of LeBron James, or I wasn't, you know, just a great point guard then. I'm good because I'm good. And he's done it with not much behind him, you know? Like, there's not a lot of stars on the Celtics, and he's been able to make that team work.
And why I say that is look at Isaiah Thomas and Kyrie Irving. They basically switched, and I feel like Kyrie makes the team better. Isaiah Thomas is a great scorer, and he's a great player.
Well, and we haven't got to see what Isaiah can do.
Yeah, but on the Celtics, I feel like Kyrie makes the Celtics better. But honestly, overall this season, I don't think he's going to win MVP. I think it has to go to Harden, or it has to go to Giannis. Because LeBron's going to get overlooked every time. Steph's going to get overlooked every single time. So to me, it has to be James Harden.
Just because we're talking about MVP, and it just came in my head right now, do you think that they should kind of change a little bit how they've been doing the MVPs? Because we all know, like, everyone said Kobe Bryant should have gotten way more MVPs. I mean, Steve Nash too,
yeah,
you know?
over Steve Nash
like,
for sure.
What should we do to kind of change that to where it's like really the MVP of the actual season? Do you think players should have more of a choice on that? Or?
I think what we got to do is we got to stop. I know I brought up team records, but we got to stop looking at team records because a lot of those MVP voters, they look at, all right, where did they finish in the Eastern Conference? Where did they finish in the Western Conference? And they kind of like grade it over that, you know? So I think now we got to get rid of the conferences, records, everything like that, and just give the MVP to the person that makes their team better and who makes more of an impact on their team.
Okay.
So.
Well, we're going to wrap it up because I'm crying now because... Not because I love Kyrie
that's why.
so much, but because we got stuff to do. We have stuff to do.
That's true.
And I'm sad that I'm sitting here, I guess. I don't know. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, shop the Fumble before you go, and don't worry, I'm not crying.
She's crying. It's all good.
See you next time. Bye.